My name is Christoph Rausch. I'm Associate Professor at University College Maastricht, and I'm a cultural anthropologist, and I study the strange practices of the fields of modern and contemporary art and money and finance. Today, works of art are sold at auction for hundreds of millions, and I want to know what explains these extremely high prices, especially because with art, we intuitively know that price and value are not the same thing. So how do value and price relate? Well, in my research I focus on new types of art storage spaces, such as so-called free ports, where art can be stored tax-free. And at these free ports, rich art collectors use their artworks to preserve their wealth and also to borrow money. And such loans, backed by artworks, amount to an estimated $1.5 billion now. But this circulation of money is not yet very well understood by scholars of finance or the arts. So I ask, what does this mean for the ownership of art and art exhibitions? And also, how does financial speculation around art boost the concentration of wealth? And of course, how can this be better regulated? Well, what is promising is that there is more and more awareness that art poses a real risk for money laundering now. I collaborate with the Dutch police, customs and tax authorities, as well as with banks. And another promising development is, of course, the new attention to wealth inequality. The gap between the rich and the poor is getting more and more visibility. And this is super important, but it remains fairly abstract. So there's been a lot of research on the nature and the effects of extreme poverty, but until now there's been very little research on extreme wealth. So how do the super rich live? And what influence do their lives have on the rest of us globally? What are the environmental costs, and also what are the political consequences? Being based in Maastricht is very inspiring. Once a year, one of the most important art fairs in the world really takes place in Maastricht, the European Fine Art Fair. And every year I see the private jets come in. And this is where the crises that define our time, the crisis of social inequality and the climate crisis, are very much in your face. And every time I sort of pinch myself and ask, but why? Is this necessary? What could all that money do otherwise? After all, our money, the euro, was made in Maastricht. The Maastricht Treaty was signed here in 1992. And I keep wondering, could we perhaps remake money and finance? And the artists that I collaborate with in my research, they ask the same questions. And the artistic research is also very inspiring to me. Becoming a member of the Young Academy reminds me of how privileged I am to work in academia. But there's a lot of pressure on the academic system and on individuals. And quite frankly, some things really need to change. For example, it must be possible to combine academic work with care work to make a successful career in science. And this is really something that we stand for at the Young Academy. And I look forward to working together with everyone to make the necessary changes.